Gordon, and I was the writer, director, and facilitator of With My Soul. Now before we begin, I have a few housekeeping items I want to cover with you guys. The first being, if everyone can take a moment, take out your cell phones, turn them on silent, or turn them off. The runtime for the show is about 35 minutes, so whatever you have can wait, because my show is more important. We're gathered today on the unceded lands of the Agawam and Pawtucket people groups. We ask that you join us in acknowledging these communities, their elders, both past and present, and future generations. Now this is a non-smoking facility. Should it become a smoking facility, please note the emergency exits. With My Soul deals with some pretty heavy topics that may be triggering to some viewers. So if you find yourself needing to leave, please feel no shame and just exit through the double doors that you entered in tonight. And finally, I would like to give a huge thank you to Norm and Jess and my mom and my dad for pouring into me emotionally, spiritually, and theatrically these past 4 years. I would not be here if it was not for them, so thank you. And without further ado, enjoy the show.
Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, although they die, and the one who lives by believing in me will never die. Do you believe this? John 11:25 and 26.
If we live for the Lord. And if we die for the Lord. So whether we live or die, we belong to the Lord. Romans 14:8.
Though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalm 23:4.
And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and he will dwell with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be their God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. Revelation 21:3-4.
Death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is your victory? O death, where is your sting? The sting of death is sin, and the power of sin is the law. But thanks be to God who gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. 1 Corinthians 15:54-57. This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God. Hey, I've got your call. What's going on?
So, shortly after we got off the phone with you, your mother suffered from a frontal lobe ischemic stroke. She's evened out now, but she hasn't woken up yet.
Wait, frontal lobe ischemic. What's that mean?
It's a stroke caused by a clot. Here, we did a CT scan on her to see how large it was, and it ended up taking up about a quarter of her frontal lobe. I called you here because I think it's time we start saying goodbye.
Is there nothing you can do for her?
No one can revive dead brain cells. She's lucky we caught it immediately, and as she's on hospice, any hope of recovery would have to be up to her own will.
So, you really don't think that there's any chance of recovery for her? I mean, my mom is pretty resilient. She promised that she'd live to 100, and she's never broken a promise.
I don't doubt that, but no one can see these kinds of strokes coming. And with the addition of the fact that she's already in late-stage dementia, it really doesn't help.
Can she hear us?
Science says no, but I like to think they can. Before my mom passed, I talked to her all the time. I like to think she heard me.
Well, good morning, sleepyhead. See, I told you she'd go for it. How are you feeling, Mom?
What's your name?
It's Lorie, Mom.
Where am I? Hi,
Miss Edith.
My name's Diana. You took a tumble a couple of days ago, and you've been in the hospital ever since.
Oh, wow. What's your name? It's your daughter, Lorie? Now, let's get you comfortable so Diana can take a look at you now, okay?
I'd like to go home now.
The doctor said you can go home after we take a few tests.
Do I need a pencil?
No, Miss Edith. You took a tumble a couple of days ago. You're in the hospital.
Hospital? Oh. Wow.
How much longer would you say she has? I mean, she seems like she's doing pretty normal.
I'd say she might have a few more days. If she keeps up like this, she might get a week. It's called terminal lucidity. Typically, before life ends, the body gives out a final surge of life, causing the patient to appear coherent and full of life.
And is this what you think is happening to my mom? This surge?
Or could it be that she's actually getting better?
I'm really sorry. Miss Edith has been one of my favorite patients. Please don't hesitate to let me know how I can help you in any way. All right, Miss Edith, I have a few questions for you. Can you hold your arms out like this? We're gonna hold them for 10 seconds, all right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Edith,
Henry, what are you doing here?
I've missed you, my love.
How can you miss me when we're both standing right here?
You were supposed to pick me up from school, but then Dad, you were like busy or something. But anyway, Sarah and I were at school, but then Tommy was being mean to her, saying she had cooties. So I beat him up.
No, baby, we don't do that. We do not beat people up.
Why not?
You remember what you told me you learned in Sunday school? Jesus wants us to love everyone. We show love by beating people up.
Well, he was being mean first. I think Jesus would agree with me.
Mom,
you're not listening to
Lorie,
me.
listen to your mother.
Lorie.
I've missed you, my love.
What are you talking about? I've always been right here.
Am I not allowed to miss you even when you're right in front of me?
I guess not.
So, I have been thinking.
That's never a good idea.
Quiet, you! I have been thinking that it may be time for me to try and get a promotion at work.
Oh, I mean, if you want to, go for it. But I'm fine with what we have. I'm perfectly content.
Even if this promotion could bring you closer to your sister.
Especially if it brings me closer to my sister. She lives in Florida, for Pete's sake. I mean, taking Lorie from her school, from her friends, from the only family she's ever known. I don't know if I could do that.
I know it was just a thought.
I get it. I'm scared about the future too. But we don't have to be.
For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord.
Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope.
And a future. He's got us, my love.
Leave it to the child of a pastor to throw scripture back at me. Edith.
Yes, my love.
They need you now.
Who needs me? Henry, what's happening?
Go. It's okay. He's got us, remember?
Mom, the nurse needs to talk to you.
I need my glasses.
Diana has some questions for you.
I don't know who that is.
She's your friend.
Oh, it's so nice to have a friend. Are you my friend too?
Of course I'm your friend.
That's lovely.
All right, Miss Edith.
My name's Diana. I have a few questions for you.
I have a few answers for you.
How are you feeling, Miss Edith?
Is your vision blurry or clear? I need my glasses.
You don't wear glasses, Mom.
Yes, I do. I need them, I can't see.
Can you help me understand what you're seeing right now?
It's too bright. Where am I?
It's all right, Miss Edith.
I'd like to
I'm gonna turn down the lights,
my
Miss Edith.
glasses.
All right. Loryn, can you turn down the
It's
lights,
too
please?
bright and I can't see.
It's okay, you just need to calm down, Miss Edith.
I want to go.
Loryn, can you all right, I'm gonna need you to focus on my voice for me, Miss Edith. Can you do that?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, good. Let's try taking some big, deep breaths, okay? Ready? In. Hold. Out. Good. Let's do that one more time, okay? In. Hold. Out. You're doing great, Miss Edith.
What's going on? I mean, my mom has never worn glasses. She actually fed me carrots for like a month because she didn't want me to have bad eyesight.
Did that work?
No, I had LASIK when I was 25. But what's happening to her?
Well, I can't officially diagnose anything, but my guess is that her body is starting to shut down. Either that or her stroke is returning. I'll bring in the doctor in charge of her care. He'll be able to give you better answers than I will.
All right. Thanks so much.
Do you remember our wedding day?
How could I forget the second best day of my life?
Second best? I'm going to pretend not to be offended. What was the first best?
The day you said yes to me.
The engagement.
No, the very first day we met. It was August 28th, 1963, the hottest day of the summer. You were working at that diner, and I stopped by for my classes that day. I remember seeing you. My world just stopped. I sat at the first stool of that bar there and sat there for hours just watching you work. At the end of your shift, you came over and said, "Well, you've been sitting here for long enough. Are you going to order something or what?"
Not sound like that! That's just mean. Besides, you were being creepy. I was going to stick Lucy on you if you hadn't ordered anything.
Oh, I am glad you didn't. I forgot about Lucy. She had the world's highest pitched voice. I cannot imagine being married to that.
Be nice.
Once you asked me that, I remember. That looked you dead in the eye and said, "Can I borrow a kiss? I promise I'll give it right back." It was the world's worst pickup line. I regretted it immediately after I said it. But I did not want to take it back.
Your face turned the shade of a fire truck. I wish I could have taken the picture. It was priceless. Even then, you were still so cute.
That was the best day of my life. I knew from that moment that my life had changed.
I remember getting a dreamsicle with 2 straws. And we just sat there and talked for hours. So long, in fact, that Lucy had to kick us out just so she could close up shop.
If you guys don't scram, I'm gonna call the cops! Get out of my shop!
Hold the bar, you assume it was her diner. I was the only one who did any work and then some.
I remember one time catching your manager yelling at her just to pick up a rag to look like she was working.
What a time.
Oh, definitely.
Do you ever wish you could go back and relive those moments? Just one more time?
I've never thought about it. Do you?
Sometimes. I love Lorie, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I wish we could go back to those moments before. Maybe we could have traveled more, or gotten more prepared to be parents.
Or who knows, maybe we could have been the first married couple on the moon.
Passed a day in space.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, you'd be too focused on the math of trying to get home that you'd completely miss the view. And I'd be too focused on the view to think about the landing. That's why we make a perfect team. Henry! Henry? This isn't funny. Henry? Henry? Henry?
Miss Edith, did you need something?
That's my dad's name. I think she thinks she's talking to my dad.
It's entirely possible. How long were they together?
Would have been 59 years this month, but he passed away 8 years ago, just before she started to decline.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Don't be, it happened so long ago.
It doesn't matter how long ago it happened. It can still hurt. Now, as Miss Edith's medical power of attorney, there are a few forms I think we should fill out. Medical history and such.
All right, do you need a copy of her DNR, or is it already on the file?
It's on file. I found that behind her bed. I think it must have fallen out of one of those boxes of stuff that your husband brought by. It seemed pretty important.
Yeah, I mean, she used to write this all the time when I was growing up. Thanks.
Is there anyone else you'd like me to call to help you through this time? Any other siblings or family members?
I'm her only child, and she's the last adult in our family to pass.
That's a new one. Typically, it's Amazing Grace or God Bless America.
She did us like God Bless America verse by verse because we weren't patriotic enough or thankful enough that God had given us this beautiful country. So, one July 4th, we learned and sang as many patriotic songs as we could handle. Amazing Grace was my dad's favorite hymn. It is well deserved.
Sounds like you were well acquainted with the hymnal as a child.
Oh, well, I could probably still sing them all now, but for the sake of your ears, I won't.
Thank you for that.
You are so welcome. Here is that clipboard back.
Thank you. I'm going to drop this off with the charge nurse. Ring the call button if you need anything or if she drastically changes. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul.
I'm so sorry, Edith. I know how bad you wanted this.
He was so still and cold.
I'm so sorry.
He didn't even cry. I didn't get to hear my son cry. I'll never hear his voice.
Catch me if you can, Mom! Move!
Well, those are too tired for that.
Oh, you're no fun!
I know, I'm the worst. But why don't you come sit with me and we can look at the different shapes of the cups.
Okay, Mama.
That one looks like well, never mind. I thought this would be more fun.
That one looks like a dragon! Oh, and that one looks like a tree. Kind of, if you squint.
You squint really, really hard. That one looks like a cotton ball. Maybe.
You think God uses a cotton candy machine to make the clouds?
Well, I about that. Maybe he does, or maybe he wants us to make more teddy bears and he wants to make sure there's plenty of stuffing so that they're super squishy.
God must love teddy bears a lot.
Why do you say that?
Well, Mr. Pastor says that we should take care of everyone. And whenever anyone's sick, they get lots of teddy bears. Do you think baby Sammy's with God now?
Yes. I think baby Sammy is up with God eating as many cotton candy clouds as he can.
I wish I could have met him.
I know. I do too.
Why did he have to die?
I wish I could tell you, Bug. Even I don't understand sometimes.
Will we ever see him again?
Yes, we will. But it won't be for a long, long time.
Well, that's not fair. I wanted someone to play with.
Oh, it's a good thing you have your friends to play with. Besides, even if baby Sammy were here right now, you'd still have to wait a long time to play with him. Babies are fragile.
Well, I wasn't fragile when I was a baby.
Oh, yes, you were. That never stopped you from getting into trouble.
Dad says I get it from you. Whatever that means.
Well, your father is wrong. You get it from him.
Do you think baby Sammy misses us too?
No. I think baby Sammy is having a wonderful time with the cotton candy clouds and the teddy bears. I know you miss him, Bug. I do too. But I guess that means I have to love you even more now.
Let go, Mommy!
Never.
Lorie, Mom!
Mom, race you! Come on! Mom, come
Is everything all right?
I don't know. She was mumbling, and then I think she fell asleep, but her heart rate monitor went off. Is there anything you can do?
Well, I'll try giving her lungs a listen to. Okay, so you know how sometimes when you're dreaming or having a nightmare and you wake up really suddenly and your heart starts racing? It's kind of like that. She must have been having a dream and something in those dreams caused her heart to start to race. She appears to be fine now, but I think it's best if we just let her rest. It looks like dinner's happening soon. Would you like me to grab you a menu? That's all right.
Mom, I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you'll even remember who I am, but I guess I just have to tell you. In this week, a lot. You promised me that you would be here. And I'm sorry, it's not right. But I just want you back. Maybe it's selfish, but I just want you to be my mom. I need you. No matter what I thought before. May 17th, 2003. Today, My life changed forever. After 17 years, Lorie finally came home. 17 years. All of those years where I just sat there wondering what she was doing, where she was in life, what she looked like, what kind of person she had turned out to be. All of it was real. She was standing there at my doorstep. She'd always taken after Henry, but now that she was in front of me, I only saw myself looking back. She was a fully fledged adult, but when I looked into her eyes, all I saw was the little bug I used to hold in my arms. I couldn't stop myself. Before I knew it, I was hugging her. For all I knew, if I let go, she'd disappear again. But she just stood there, letting me hold her, and for that brief moment, time stopped. We talked for hours. I listened to all her stories, the joys, the trials, everything. Everything that I wasn't there for. There's so much that we need to heal from. I know that. But just for today, I wanted to focus on the present. I'm getting older, and I don't have time to waste. We're together again. That's all that matters. This is the beginning of a long road for us, but at least the road has started. For the first time, I feel hope. My Lorie is back, and I never want to let her go again.
You're getting so big, Loryn. Almost too big to do this.
Oh, ignore her. She will never be too big to do this.
Loryn, stop growing up. Let's just stay like this forever.
May I have this dance, my lady?
Why, yes, my good sir.
Wake me up before we go.
She's getting so big. Where did the time go?
They said this would happen, but I didn't believe them. She's always supposed to be my little girl.
Oh, believe me, she will always be your little girl.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Just that as she gets older, she doesn't need me as much anymore.
Edith, she's 7. 7-year-olds think they need help from no one. She will come around, I promise.
I know. But this feels different. I don't know. I'm just worried I'll mess up with her. I couldn't live with myself.
Edith, you are doing just fine. I promise. And do we break promises in this household?
For you! Thank you, Lorie.
See? Shall we pick up where we left off?
I think I'll let you take her for a spin this time. I've got precious cargo in my hands right now.
I don't know. She was just sitting here, and then she started growing in pain. Is there anything that you can do for her?
I don't think I can give her any more pain medications, but maybe she's just lying in an uncomfortable position.
12, 2017. Now I am about to go the way of all the earth. You know with all your heart and soul that not one of all the good promises the Lord your God gave you has failed. Every promise has been fulfilled, not one has failed. Joshua 23:14. I know that I'm on my way to the grave. I don't know how long the Lord will keep me here, but I know that it is coming. And I am okay. I am mourning the loss of my memory, knowing that someday I will forget my Henry. Someday when Lorie sees me, I won't know her name. But I can't dwell in this grief. My days with my mind are limited, and I'm not willing to lose more time. As hard as this time is, I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord.
I think it's time to say goodbye.
I love you, Mommy. You have been the best mother I could have ever wanted. Thank you for teaching me what it means to love unreasonably, to be courageous even when I'm scared. I will never forget lying on your lap as you told me stories and dancing with you and Dad. I'm sorry for all the years that we lost. I'm sorry. That was my fault. It wasn't yours. You've been the best mother I could have ever wanted. Thank you for making me everything I am today.
You can let go now, Mom. It's time.
Come home.
You're home now. You're home. You're healed. Welcome home, Mama. See you again.
We've called your husband. He's on his way. Is there anything else I can do for you? Oh.
Father, into your hands I commit my spirit.
Time of death, 7:34 p.m. Go in peace, Miss Edith.
We'd like to not. First of all, Loryn! Now, later. These are for you. And then also Chris, who wrote it, directed it, liked